Hello, welcome. So today we're going to be looking at r/AmITheDevil. I've just been judging some board holes, or not so board holes, should I say, from Am I the Board Hole. So now I want to see some people that really are the board hole. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in listening to today, please do stick around and enjoy. And don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Thank you. Am I the butthole for telling my girlfriend I was sick of paying for her to visit her OBGYN when there's nothing wrong with her? Here we go. As if medical gaslighting wasn't bad enough from the doctors themselves. Now the partners are getting involved. My girlfriend, 39, gave birth to our daughter 6 months ago. Since then, it's been a continuous torturous cycle of her visiting the OBGYN for checkups, them telling her it's fine, and then her complaining about their expert opinion and trying to involve me, who is no more a doctor than she is. Yeah, because she's after you backing her up, you bellend. After her first few postnatal checkups, she has now insisted on bringing me along because she was angry that her OBGYN, after a 3-month period, found it unnecessary to examine her for tears she claims to have and just told her to do Kegels. At her appointments, she'll claim that she feels like her uterus is falling out, that can happen, that she can't jog because she pees herself the entire time, or that blood clots the size of our baby's head keep coming out of her vagina, and that she has the worst back pain she's ever experienced. Her OBGYN will tell me that this is a natural part of recovery, get a new one, and that my girlfriend was likely having a particularly heavy period, and that the only time that she needed an OBGYN for was if she wanted to go back on birth control. She once even yelled at her OBGYN that her urine is red. Oh, that is a big old red flag and needs to be seen immediately. And her OBGYN said, yes, that's what happens when you're on your period. Get a new OBGYN, my goodness. The piss and the period come out of a completely different hole to each other. What the hell? That is disgusting. I'm sorry, but no. Massive blood clots are a big red flag. I've always been told by doctors that any blood clots bigger than a 50p piece are a very big concern and need to be looked at immediately. A feeling of having fullness, that your uterus is falling out, could be a prolapse, which doesn't always immediately mean that the stuff is on the outside, but it can happen. And a prolapse, even if it's not coming out, is still a problem. And then peeing every time she's jogging is a massive problem. And peeing blood, if you see blood in your wee even once, you go and get that checked out immediately. And if they want to not do anything about it, you press on it and say, well, if you don't, I want you to put in my notes that you're refusing to test my urine, and that if anything goes wrong, you will be held accountable. Like, you've got to really, really kind of be a bit of a Karen when it comes to this sort of stuff, because medical gaslighting is such a real thing. Do you want to know, right? I've had aura migraines where I will not be able to see. I will be seeing kaleidoscopes. People's faces will look like a Picasso when I look at them, and I will have horrible pain. Migraines 5 or 6 times a week, pain when I bend down like I'm being shot through the back of my head, pain when I turn my neck a certain way like I'm being shot through the back of my head. I've been going back to the doctors about this for years, right? I finally see a new doctor about 1.5 years ago who finally took me seriously, sent me for an MRI. Guess what it was? My brain herniates out the bottom of my skull, or tries to herniate out the bottom of my skull. It's only a couple of millimeters, but that couple of millimeters causes a lot of problems, including and not limited to chronic depression, insomnia, visual impairments, aura migraines, hemiplegic migraines, sudden weakness in limbs. You can also become unable to walk if you have a really bad one. Luckily, I saw the neurosurgeon the other day, and mine is giving me the nasty symptoms, but he said not enough to actually do a surgery on, which I was like, okay. That sucks, because a surgery would probably help, but I also get that, they don't want to do brain surgery for like something that, isn't life-threatening. I get it. I'm now being referred to a neurologist instead, so hopefully they can do something for me, but just see what I mean. Like, I literally have a herniation in my brain, and I got told that it was anxiety and hormones. It's crazy. Anyway, we'll get back to the post. Our lactation consultant also got in a fight with her, which made my girlfriend start crying a while back. They basically said that there was nothing preventing her pumping breast milk, and it is natural for women to suffer back pain after birth, and that there's nothing you can really do about it. It can be, yeah, sure, but coupled with all those other symptoms, absolutely not. That's not good. They told her to stop describing her back pain as if it was a kidney infection. My girlfriend had quit her job because she claims her back pain would make her customer service job unbearable, and now I have to pay for everything. I'm sick of footing the bill for Ubers and medical visits, only to be told that everything happening to my girlfriend is natural, and millions of women are going through it and still manage to work high-powered careers, have more babies, breastfeed, and not go to the doctor every week, only to be told that they're fine and asked again if they wanted to schedule an appointment for an IUD. You are a disgusting partner, and I hope she leaves you, you piece of shit. Yesterday, my girlfriend said she wanted to make another appointment because she feels like something is tearing down there. I was finally exasperated enough and said that I was sick of her always running to the doctor and doing the same thing and expecting different results. I told her I heard it with my own ears that she was fine and that I was tired of hemorrhaging money for these doctor's visits. Am I the butthole? Yeah, you are. You're an absolute piece of shit, mate. I don't know what else you want us to say. You're a disgrace. Her OBGYN is a disgrace. I really hope she gets a new one. The lactation consultant needs to quit her job. You're all bellends. What the hell? So down in the comments, a deleted user says, "What the F is that comment about? It's normal for urine to be red on your period." No, it's fucking not. You're the asshole, mate. Your girlfriend is obviously experiencing pain and discomfort and nobody is taking her seriously. She needs to get a referral or find a new OBGYN, one who isn't dismissive. You need to show some damn support. And then Star Wars Girl says, also, blood clots the size of the baby's head. Lordy, that is not normal either. This woman needs a different doctor who won't write her off as crazy, and a different boyfriend too, for that matter. And then a deleted commenter says, like 2/3 of what OP describes his girlfriend going through are things I was told by my OB to call about and make an emergency appointment. A clot the size of a baby's head. That was go directly to emerge territory. Okay, next post before I throw something through the window. My wife and everyone else thinks I got laid off, but really, I quit so I could make a go at being a Twitch streamer full time. Okay, where's that chair? The window's coming out today. My wife doesn't follow or know anything about Twitch or video games at all. She doesn't have any knowledge or connection to the industry I used to work in. She is a paramedic, so she works different shifts and does not know I stream at times when she is not home. Her salary is enough to cover our bills, although things will be a bit tighter until I start making money on my stream. I mean, yeah, as much as everyone would love to make money from streaming or making videos or whatever, actually, making a livable wage is something very few get to do. And a lot of people, it takes them years to build up channels and their streaming channels to have an audience enough to be able to live off that money. I'm not going to tell anyone until I'm bringing in enough money that I can do it full time. You shouldn't have quit your job until you were bringing in enough money to do it full time. I have never been happier and not stressed as I am now. It's easy for me to lock myself in my home office and say I'm networking and job hunting when I'm really streaming if my wife and or my 3-year-old is home. If she's not working or my daughter is not at daycare, it's harder, but I make it work. I feel a bit guilty for lying, but I have wanted to do this for a long time. No one that I know in real life knows, obviously posting this with a throwaway. And then straight off, we have the update for this one. Update, my wife and everyone else thinks I got laid off, but really I quit so I could make a go at being a Twitch streamer full time. An update, and my divorce destroyed me and she's dating again now. All I can say is, what did you expect, my love? I know I'll probably get flamed, but I get it. I understand that I am the one who ruined my life and my marriage. My divorce was finalised a year ago. She found out about 6 months after I posted. I understand that I was wrong and that I screwed up. I regret my stupidity so much. She left our flat with our daughter and went to live with her sister and hired a solicitor, and that was it. Don't be stupid like me. What did you expect? Like, seriously. We've been divorced for a year and I found out that she just started dating again. I'm gutted. I miss her. I miss my daughter because she only lives with me half the time. Whenever I see my wife's sister or other members of her family, they give me the stink eye. I can't believe I was such a lazy while she was out there busting her ass as a paramedic. I understand why everyone hates me and sided with her. Yes, I can imagine they did. I know I'll get judged either way, but I'm posting in case anyone else understands what I'm going through and being gutted when your ex starts dating again. Honestly, doing things like this will ruin your relationship, and I just don't understand how this OP did not understand that. Like, I know someone quite closely whose fella basically lost their job or left their job and then just refused to look for another one, played games day and night, slept most of the day, got on the games mid-afternoon and would stay on them all night. And they very nearly ended up divorced because of this. Luckily, he snapped out of it eventually after about a year or so and actually got a proper job because she was genuinely ready to just give up on him completely. But I just cannot believe he thought this was a good idea. Anyway, down in the comments, Wasabiansky? Wasabiansky? I don't know. I read your original post, and the funny thing is that everyone told you this was going to happen, and it did. And then Black Danish says, the fact that everyone told him that was going to happen, and it did happen, is so funny to me. Like, bro, even a child would have seen this coming from miles away. Yeah, literally. I just don't get how they thought that this was a good idea. So next post, how can I, 39M, win my wife back, 40F? My wife Destiny and I are not in a traditional marriage in the sense that we are not even officially married anymore. We put on a front for our daughters, 8F and 5F, and we had a great marriage, but unfortunately her friend Shannon, someone we both trusted, took advantage of me and ruined our marriage. Anybody else suspicious on that? I am. 6 years ago, I was going through a midlife crisis. I felt like my wife didn't understand me. I barely had me time, and my wife wanted another baby, but I wasn't ready. I didn't express this to my wife and was just enjoying the S like an idiot. But then my wife got pregnant again. I was extremely depressed because I didn't want another kid. I am flabbergasted by the lack of brain cells that this person has. I think Shannon picked up on this and saw a potential victim. My wife didn't notice I was depressed, and I felt unseen. Shannon and I began an affair, and I eventually left my wife for Shannon. I see now how Shannon was incredibly manipulative and abusive towards me. She had us move 6 hours away from my little girls, and because of Shannon, I went almost 3 years without seeing my little girls. You are a grown man. You could have seen them. You could have refused to move 6 hours away. You could have refused Shannon's advances. You could refuse starting an affair. What are you talking about? I missed my second daughter's birth and saw her once in 2 years. I ended things with Shannon after she ended up cheating on me. You lose 'em how you get 'em. I moved back and wanted to be the father I should have been. I started seeing my kids more, and I wanted my wife back. Eventually, she came up with an arrangement that would be better for the kids. 1, we move in together and split the bills. Is she crazy? Or maybe she just was struggling financially, I suppose. But still, no, never move an ex back in. 2, we are not together, no kissing, no sex, etc. 3, I can sleep around, date as I please, but she doesn't want to hear about it unless it gets serious. 4, she will also sleep around, and that's her business. She has no interest in long-term relationships because she doesn't trust men or anyone now, but if that changes, she will tell me. Because if she dates seriously, we gotta change our living arrangements. 5. This is my only second chance to be in the kid's life. She doesn't want me entering and exiting the kid's life as I please. If I enter, I stay in it and be a father. He doesn't realise the extent of Shannon's narcissistic behaviour towards me because I wanted to see my daughters more than anything. I don't believe that for a second. 6. No one-on-one hangouts. We can do group family hangouts, but that's it. It's been a little over a year with this arrangement, and I realise how much I love and miss her. Just the little things. When I get off work, if she worked from home that day, I would have a plate already made that I just need to heat up. Her genuine kindness towards me and the children. Every day I see the reason I fell in love with her in the first place. The other day she was at the store and I mentioned needing another Texan jersey and she bought me one. I freaking love her. But when I tried to say let's try again, let's have a date just the two of us, she shuts it down. Right now she acts like that really nice co-worker in the office who you can just tell is a kind soul. I just want to have the privilege of being her husband again. You don't deserve it. Sorry. Even friend. I love her from the bottom of my heart and I hate it that it got ruined because a narcissist preyed on me while I was going through a midlife crisis. Give over. Pull the other one, it's got bells on. So then down in the comments, Gameboy Path says, your wife has stated the kind of relationship that she's okay with having with you. Presumably, this decision is one that's aligned with her values, feelings and goals. You've expressed an alternative and she's declined it. There isn't a magic set of words that gets her to change her mind about what she wants. Whether you choose to take responsibility for your actions or not, you broke her trust, and it's up to her to decide whether there's a path to rebuilding trust, not you. If you're not happy with the current arrangement, you are completely in your right to file for divorce and go through the whole process of figuring out what separation would entail. And then She's 9141 says, they are officially divorced. Also, he calls it a midlife crisis, but he is only 33. Does he expect to be dead by 60? I thought he was 39. Yeah, he's 39. It says there, 39. Either way, doesn't matter. This guy is like one of those people that just doesn't know how to take responsibility for their own fuck-ups, really, does he? And he is doomed to continue to fail if he cannot start to learn to take accountability. And he needs to just realise he's never getting her back. He screwed her over royally. He is never getting her back. And good, so he shouldn't. Next post, my M33 wife F34 says I don't give her enough. How do I fix this? Throwaway account, been together 14 years, we have 2 kids together. Today we got into an argument where she was extremely emotional. I work FIFO type of work, have no idea what that means, someone fill me in. 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off. Oh, okay, fair enough. Occasionally picking up overtime if available. When I am home, and since I have limited time, I am usually very busy with a lot of household stuff. Fixing, painting, yard work, car maintenance, and my car hobby. What's the bet in the car hobby takes up the most of that time? She is a stay-at-home mum, so she does all the cooking, cleaning, etc. She is clearly unhappy and I'm not sure why. Okay. I know I struggle to balance my time sometimes, but I do give her my evenings most of the time, which she doesn't care about. She says that that's not enough and that I'm choosing to be busy. She says I don't consider, appreciate, love, value her. I do not think that it's as bad as she is saying it is. I cannot sit inside with her all day when I have stuff to do. When I asked her what she wants from me, she lost it and said that if I have to ask, it's too far gone. She doesn't want to find any common ground to meet me in the middle, and that it's not her job to fix this. I think we should both work at this. How can I fix this then if she won't tell me what she wants? Are you daft? You've literally said there that you give her your evenings, and it doesn't sound like you do anything with those evenings, like plan nice little inside dates together or go on outside dates together. You avoid her entirely in the day by the sounds of it and don't do family stuff. And you are confused why she's had enough. Why? Exactly? Like, she wants to be made to feel important. She wants to be made to feel like you want to spend time with her outside of an allocated, allotted evening once you've had all your fun with everything else and have nothing better to do. She wants to feel like you are excited to spend time with her and to spend time with the kids as well as a family, you know? So down in the comments, the Farmhouse Studio says, "You are off for 2 weeks. Do you get us babysitter and take her out for supper?" Supper is such a fun word. I don't know why. I never use it, just think it's a fun word. "Do you watch the kids all day so that she can go do things just for herself? Do you ask her how her day is? Do you care about how her day is?" I don't blame her for not wanting to spend the evenings with you. By then she's done. By the sounds of it, she's done anyways. My personal opinion is that she is the mother of your children and not your wife. Might be time for some self-reflection. Exactly. And then Gus Swan says, "I'm guessing by giving her his evenings, it means sitting with him on the couch while he watches whatever TV show he chooses." And then the original commenter replies to that saying, "I am not wanting to make assumptions, but in this case, I think you're probably right." Yeah, I would also agree on that. And yeah, the first commenter was very right when they say by that time she's done. And by that, not even in the sense of she's fed up because he's not made any effort in the day. Like, she's spent all day running around after kids, cooking, cleaning, blah, blah, blah. She's probably knackered and wants to go to bed and sleep. She's too tired by then to enjoy anything. Okay, so I think that's all we've got time for today. If you made it all the way to the end with me, then I appreciate you very, very much. If you give it a little like, subscribe, notifications on, that is your initiation into the Coven of Void. Welcome. Whatever it is you're doing for the day, I hope you have a really good rest of the day. Goodbye.